Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're making mini size masala puris, and this goes really well with okra curry that I just made a video of. So make sure you guys watch this video of the okra curry, because I'm super excited to have my puri and my okras today, because whenever I make okra curry or potato curry, I love making masala puris. I feel like it just goes so well with with any other curries. So let's get started. In my bowl here, I've got 2 cups of white flour, or what is all-purpose flour. To that, we're going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped coriander. You can even add parsley flakes in there. We're also going to be adding, in fact, let me start adding everything in, that way I'll just keep on telling you how much I'm adding. So there we go. We've got 2 tablespoons of fresh coriander that goes in there. Got a teaspoon of fresh ginger and garlic. Okay. I've got cayenne. Now, if you have green chutney and you want to add green chutney, you are most welcome to do that. I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm also going to be adding a teaspoon of mango powder, which is called amchur powder. And then I have half of a lemon that's juiced. I'm going to put that in there. Now that's completely optional. If you don't want it very sour, you can decrease the amount. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt in here just to taste. All right, so now, oh, you know what? One thing I completely forgot was oil. And that we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of oil. Now you could use olive oil if you like. I just have this oil sitting here, so I'm just gonna use that. Okay, right. So at this point, very, very easy. We are going to bind dough, and you want a dough that's not too soft yet not too stiff. And we're gonna rest this dough for 20 minutes before we start rolling out the puris and frying them. And the color of this is beautiful, just beautiful color when you'll see the dough because of the turmeric. And you just want to add little by little water. Just add a little bit at a time so you don't add too much of it in there, because then you'll have to adjust all the spices. There's really nothing like homemade rotis or puris or parathas. Also love the spinach parathas. I have got a video of that too. They're just, they taste so good. Also masala rotis and day-old rice rotis. I mean, and I also have a recipe of some tandoori naans. They're just, homemade is just something else. Okay, so you can see that we made a really good dough. You just want to knead this dough for about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. And then just cover it, and we're going to wait 20 minutes before we start rolling these out to make tiny, mini, personal puris. So we've got our puris here, and I've started frying them, but I lowered the oil temperature, and I want to show you something, that these are going to go really, really quick. So the best thing to do would be start rolling them out and make them all into the shapes. I use a cookie cutter or anything that you have, even a glass would work. I have this, and you can see that I've been snacking here. So, you know, take the cookie cutter, keep everything ready, and get all your puris cut out, and then turn the temperature on, because the temperature is going to, you're going to need the temperature pretty high. If you fry your puris in low temperature, they're not gonna rise. And that's the trick to having really any puris you make, even if you're making plain puris, or Bhaturas, which is the same thing, you want to make sure that the oil, the whole thing depends on the oil temperature. So if the oil temperature is really nice and warm or hot, your puris are gonna fluff up really, really well. So I wanted to count how many I got out of these, and I haven't done so yet, but I will. And then we're gonna use the cookie cutter, and then the excess flour or the excess dough that's left, I usually just make a ball again and then knead it out and then make more until all my dough is done. So I just want to, and I knew that I just wanted to show you how I roll these out, and then I'll show you how we're going to increase the temperature of the oil, because these are not going to take long to cook at all. So let's go ahead and turn the temperature a little higher. And just add a little bit of flour so that it does not stick to the board. And you want to have the puris not too thin, yet not too thick. I think it's, I would say, 1/4 of a millimeter. I'll show you I'll show it to you up close. And just make sure that you also don't forget to knead the roll the sides, not just the middle. Okay, so there we have it. And now just take the cookie cutter and cut and try and make as many as you can. Okay. And then the complete last ones, I just kind of make the little, just make regular puris out of it. So I want you to see here. Do you see the little bubbles that are coming up? I don't know if you can tell, but the other test also, what you could do is just drop in, and if it comes up that quickly, that means that your dough is ready or your oil is ready. And then we're gonna start placing our puris in here, and I want you to see, without touching them, they're gonna start fluffing up. And that's because of the temperature of the oil. I'm just gonna move them a little so they have room. See how this one just puffed up on its own? This one's coming up itself. Most of them should just puff up on their own. And then you're gonna have some stubborn ones that won't fluff up, but most of them should. All right, now if you feel that it's getting dark quicker than you can manage, then turn your heat down just a little bit. I used the same oil to fry my okras, and that's why you will see some seeds or some brown things in there, but it's fine. Okay. So you see they're just fluffing up on their own. See? Beautiful. Okay, and that's it. We have it. I'm just gonna finish off in the end, but just want to show you the last piece. I'll just do it later on. But I think you can get a good 40 from the 2 cups of flour that we used. But then again, that is also going to depend on how big or how small you make them. Now, I did promise you that I was going to do a taste test, and I also promised the people who are watching the okra video that I was going to do a taste test. So I'm going to combine the 2 videos together so I can do the taste test for both of them. So I've got the okra curry here, and so I've got the potato, and I've got the okras. The taste of the okra curry itself is amazing, and then you mix the spices that we put into the puri, the masala puri, it's just brings it all together. It's really, really good. So whether you have watched the puri video or whether you watched the okra video, make sure you watch both of them so that you can make this together. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'm telling you, loads and loads of videos are coming up.